Good afternoon. The S10 cometh. Yeah! Where do I begin? First thing I noticed, very shiny frame. I was wondering earlier, and I think I posted on Twitter, I was like, is it going to have a matte frame or a shiny frame? It's very freaking shiny. They didn't say what kind of material it was. They didn't say if it was aluminum or stainless steel. I'm guessing it's aluminum, but until they say otherwise, we're just gonna call it aluminum. This is the first screen that they've released. It's called a dynamic AMOLED display, which means 1200 nits. There are TVs that, OLED TVs that don't go above 1000. This thing will be like, there are Sony OLED TVs that only have a contrast ratio of 1,000,000 to 1. This, the dynamic AMOLED display, has a contrast ratio of 2,000,000 to 1, which basically means it's better. Another interesting fact that they threw out there that I thought was really cool was there was 42% less blue light emission without putting a blue light filter on it, which is pimpin'. 100% color accuracy, which means that Apple with their, oh yeah, well, we got our screen from Samsung, but we still have better color accuracy. No, Samsung now has the most color accurate display ever. Now, many of you will probably look to DisplayMate to get actual data, but unlike some other companies we know, I don't think Samsung would make that kind of a claim without knowing that they could back it up first, because they know that people are going to try to shit on them. Winner's tax. I haven't seen this in real time, but they say you can adjust the color temperature without any loss of picture quality. Now, again, I haven't seen this in person, so I don't really know exactly how all that works, but I'm just changing the Kelvin temperature level, you know, like more orange or more blue. I'm assuming that's what that means, but we'll see. As expected by all the leaks, there is a 3-camera setup on the 10 and the 10 Plus. The S10e, that only has 2, but whatever, cool. They kind of sort of announced this, or kind of featured this with the Note 8 and the Note 9, but they're doing the whole 2x telephoto zoom. Now, I'm not sure if this is an upgraded version of the telephoto zoom that they had in the other phones, but it's here. One new addition to the Galaxy line, at least, is that they're adding, or they added, a pimpin' 123-degree ultra-wide angle camera. This means that panorama shots are a thing of the past, because not only, like, you remember how you like panorama mode and then record, ooh, must rotate carefully, oh, there we go. No, not anymore, just, and then, 123 freaking degrees. That's apparently the same viewing radius as the human eye. So what is it, about like this? This is where it stops. While you're using live focus mode, now you can use something called color point, and it fades the color around the edges of the subject. You can also apply zoom or spin effects around the subject in real time. Before you even take the picture, you can, like, it's not like, oh, held still, snap, okay, let's go to gallery and apply post. No. Real time. The camera's AI can identify up to 30 different scenes and then optimize the camera settings according to the scene, yada yada, to take the best possible photo. At first I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, whatever. That was something that they had in the S9, and now they've also added composition tips, things about like where to place the subject in the shot, and then if your camera's level, blah blah blah. And at first I was like, that's cool and everything, but how well will it work? Then they went on to say that they used data from over 100 million professionally taken photos to get information about where to tell you to put this, that, or the other. So it's not like they're saying, oh, well, we programmed our AI to know if this person needs to move this way and blah, blah. No. They're like, let's actually make it learn, and then from like over 100 million different instances, and then apply that in real time to optimize these settings on the photos that you're taking and blah, 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 blah. This could actually be pretty freaking pimpin'. It's like auto mode camera 2.0 on crack. The S10 is also the first mobile device ever capable of recording in HDR10+. Now, to be honest, I haven't really looked up or studied a whole lot of what HDR10+ implies. However, I know that HDR video is something that, like, for example, if you're filming someone who is standing in front of a window, and then behind the window there's a whole lot of sunlight coming through, and the camera's right here, the camera will HDR enables the camera to catch a whole lot of detail from this person, while also getting detail from what is outside the window, even though there's a whole lot of light coming through that's hitting the camera lens that is not on the subject, if that makes any sense. at all. They also showed off what they calling super steady video. Now, their naming method for that kind of sounds like the way physicists name things like the super strong bonding for whatever. They showed an example of the S9 taking video footage and of the S10 taking the same footage from the same location at the same time. And obviously it looked way better. And if the S9 footage wasn't, you know, embellished with shakiness a little bit just to illustrate how much better the S10 was, if that wasn't the case, then we're looking at some bad stabilization on the 10 and the 10 Plus, and possibly even the 10e, although they didn't mention anything about that particular member of the S10 family when they were giving the keynote. This video is designed for people who have already seen the keynote and who've already read a whole hell of a lot of the rumors, and those who can just keep up with my quick pace of voice, because I know how frustrating it is when somebody's just like, and blah blah blah, super steady video, blah. I'm like, come on, get on with it, get on. And oh my god, Adobe Premiere Rush. Adobe Rush! Oh! Yeah! Oh, yes! When Adobe Premiere Rush was first announced, with screenshots and all the information and everything, it says, oh yes, by the way, only available for iOS. And I was extremely upset. But now, not only, I mean, I knew that Adobe Premiere Rush was coming to Android in 2019. However, I did not know that Samsung was partnering with Adobe Premiere, with Adobe in general, to make a version of it that not only is compatible with Samsung, and I mean, yeah, there are other versions of apps that are like supposedly optimized for Samsung, and I don't even know if that means that they're just specially formatted to fit in the 18.5:9 ratio or not. But the fact that it was a significant enough thing for them to include in the freaking keynote, that is awesome. I'm so excited. Not only that, but it also supports DeX. So if you're a DeX user already, or if you have a way to start using DeX after you get the S10, then you can get Adobe Premiere Rush, connect it to DeX, and then like, God, I don't even know if you need a subscription. You might need a subscription for it. That I'm not going to comment on because I'm not entirely sure if you need a subscription for it. But, is this still recording? Okay, cool. Real quick, Samsung invited 2 YouTubers from the YouTube channel Koiza the Nerd to sit on the stage, like off stage where they had like the demo guy and everything, and they also invited them to have dinner with DJ Co. But when a creator whose subscriber base is way lower than Koiza the Nerd reaches out to them and says, hey, my channel or my community is how I mean, this guy I know worded it, is blah 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 blah, perfect for Samsung marketing, it's like right up Samsung's alley, like promoting this, yada yada. I'd love to talk with you about possibly working together and getting a review device after it was announced and before it was launched. And they responded back with, we have our own marketing team and we don't send out review units. The f you do? What is Peter McKinnon, Superstaff, MKBHD, Unbox Therapy, KC Nightstat? No. Don't give me the line of bullshit that tells me that, oh, we don't do that, blah, blah, blah. No, just tell me I'm not big enough. I mean, this guy I know is not big enough. And then I'll hit you up when I'm at 20K and 30K and 50K, and you will eventually say yes. Samsung. We now have the ability to take live focus selfies, or at least with the S10 Plus. While they were talking about live focus selfies, they did not say if the S10 was able to take those or not, but because I'm getting one, we will soon find out. We've known since at least the S10 that the front-facing camera can record in 2K, but now it can record in 4K. Also, they mentioned significantly improved autofocus, which I'm assuming puts, I mean, maybe they just put the dual focus autofocus engine mechanism thing into the front-facing camera, so it says like zip, 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 quick and snappy as the rear-facing camera was too, enabling like ultra vlog mode for those who don't have a DSLR or a separate dedicated camera for doing so. Up to 12 gigabytes of RAM. Dude, like the most they've ever gone is 6 gigs maybe with a 512 gigabyte version of the Note 9, but dude, like it's gonna spank. Up to a terabyte of storage. Now, the SD card slot is again making a comeback, or not a really comeback, but a return. It's staying where it's at, basically. Because, you know, we don't want to limit people on our storage like some other companies we know. Apparently, I saw the 1.5 TB thing come up on the screen at one point. So, it suggests that the 12 gigabyte of RAM, 1 terabyte version of this phone can also support another 512 gigabytes of SD card goodness. So there you go. Also, with the processors, we have up to 29% faster CPU and up to 37% faster GPU. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm saying this sincerely, this is not sarcasm about this particular part, but I believe that is a bigger incremental upgrade on top of all the other bad stuff that they've added that's actually new than Apple's keynote back when they announced the, what was that again? I've already forgot. 41 milliamp hours on the S10 Plus, 3,400 milliamp hours on the S10, and 3,100 milliamp hours on the S10e. So the E is already, like, the very base model of this new S10 family is already bigger than the S9, and then you have the, like, 4,100 milliamp hours. God, like, that's gonna be pimpin'. They made kind of a big to-do about the fact that the backs of the S10 family, or at least the 10 and the 10 Plus, they didn't say if the 10e could do it or not, but it can wirelessly charge other devices. Now, that was in the rumor mill circulation long before they actually released it, not long before, but most people who really kept up with this stuff already knew. But what I didn't know, and I don't know if anybody else did either, is that not only could they charge the Galaxy Buds, which I will talk about in its own separate video, but they can also charge the wearables. Now, when the demo guy was talking about the fact that it can charge other devices besides the Galaxy Buds and another phone, like, he named the wearable that it can charge by name, so it makes one wonder if the wireless charging that the S10s are capable of will work with ones like the Gear S3 or the Gear S even, or the Galaxy Fit. Time will tell. And so will I. Fast wireless charging 2.0. Now the phones will be able to charge wirelessly up to 36% faster than they were before. We already had wireless charging, then fast wireless charging, then faster wireless charging with the Galaxy S8, and now the S9. I don't even know if they released another wireless charger for that, but now we have wireless fast charging 2.0, 36% faster. Boom! They also all support Wi-Fi 6, which gives them up to 20% faster Wi-Fi speeds than the S9. Amazing!
So the S10's camera will have a new mode. And that mode is going to be called Instagram mode.
Oh my god! Holy shit, man! The S10s and the S10 Plus, blah, 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 blah. The 10 series is gonna have a camera mode called Instagram. That's so badass! Apple, how does it feel to be left out of the Instagram love? With the S10's Instagram mode, you'll be able to, like, they've integrated the mode of Instagram that you can slide to when opening the phone's camera straight into Instagram. So basically, Samsung is kicking Apple's ass and enabling you to share things natively to Instagram specifically straight from the camera app itself. This is fucking pimpin'. Oh my god. Oh my god. So wait. So not only are they saying, hey Instagram, let's like get together and do some awesome shit, they're also saying, yo, Snapchat. You remember all those times? Like, all of you who posted on Twitter, posted on my freaking comments and other comments everywhere about, Android Snapchat quality is bullshit. Samsung Snapchat quality looks like crap. Now, they've opened up the camera SDK to not only Samsung, but there was a couple of other ones that I'm not really familiar with, but Snapchat, man. So now Snapchat will use, at least that's how I'm getting it right now, because I'm actually, this is reactions, whatever. It will use the same app to post pictures and videos to Snapchat as when you double press the power button to open up the camera app itself on the phone, regardless of whether Snapchat's a part of it or not. That's badass. So there is a fourth model for the S10 family. It is the S10 5G, in fact, and 6.7, apparently it's even bigger than the S10 Plus. Maybe, I'd have to look back at the screen sizes, I could be wrong, but 6.7 inch dynamic AMOLED display, 4,500 milliamp hour battery, 6-time national champ. That's the wrong movie. Not only do they have the same 3-camera setup in the back of the 5G S10, but they have a fourth one, and that's the 3D depth sensing camera, which enables you to record video while using the bokeh effect in real time, like this camera here can. Like you know, the ones that go like this? Yeah. That's right. 3D spatial mapping for AR stuff. Like, they didn't go too far into it, but and when we get more information about the 5G version of the S10, I'll probably post another separate video about that. But, pimpin'! Now it's probably going to be expensive as... But, and with that, I would like to thank the Scotties on Patreon, the ones that pay $10 or more per month, and those are... Oh my god, I just did a point and retract. Stuart Glover, Ian Lewis, Paul A. Donnelly, Teddy the Dog, Mario Torres, Robert Bitter, Jatinder Law, Anthony Jackson, Eric Price, Stephen Nichols, Nick Hawks, Sin O, Unit Omega, and Christopher Caswell.
BeamtUp. I stay with my Scotties. My Scotties are my boys. I ride with them. And I put that on the generation.
And for the Super Beamers, the ones that pay $5 or more per month, those are Paradoxed, Brad Stockton, and we have a new one, and I know you sent me a message about mispronouncing it. I don't know where that went, so I'm going to try my best. Ianda Cibro Paracord Design. Hopefully I didn't butcher too much. And last but most certainly not least, we have the Beamers, the ones that pay $1 a month, and those are Josh Utley, Encrypted Bunny, Vincent Papineau, Spidget, Jamie Ives, Rico the 13th, Roman van Rookhuizen, Nicholas Clark, David Larson, and Elixir. More videos will come, including tutorials and hands-on reviews and all that good stuff when I get my hands on the S10. And until then, stay beaming. Watch the end of the video for to put my reaction. It was just freaking fantastic. First thing, display. This is one of the. This is. Excuse me. Okay. Now all the way up to the top. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. From the top. While you're then they talked about how they said, or they reviewed or studied, hold on, what number was it? Also now the camera will, and that was something that they had on the S9 also, but when the demo guys said the, something else that I thought was incredibly exciting is that they now have retail, wait, I already said that. So it's like they brought where you put the app, like, so it's like they brought where, yes! It's like they brought when, huge is cool, or coolest thing to me about them, Snapchat will use the same, it will use the images from, how do I say it? It will use the same app to get images, these bloopers are gonna be a doozy.